What up, YouTube? I am Dom Knight. This is Knight Talks. We are back with another night relationship advice. Guys, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more content. All right, let's jump right into it. We got a female story here. Boyfriend admitted he's not attracted to me because of my recent weight gain. I'm overweight. I know that. I was big when we met, but gained maybe 20 pounds since dating. We haven't been having sex lately, and last night he admitted it's because of my weight gain. I don't know if I'm looking for advice, but I didn't know where else to post this. I'm not going to break up with him. He's entitled to be attracted to what he's attracted to. And I'm the one who changed. I'm not happy with my weight either, so I can't expect someone else to be. I'm just sad. I'm sad that I feel like I have to earn intimacy with him now. I'm ashamed. I don't want him to see my body anymore. If he ever does initiate sex again, I do not know what I will do. You know all the bad things you say to yourself inside your head, and then you find out someone else has been thinking the exact same things about you? It just sucks. Well, first things first, guys. I've covered this. I covered a weight situation in the last video, all right? This one I'm going to approach a little bit differently. First things first, I want to say I'm sorry to hear that you're going through this. No one wants to feel unloved by their partner. No one wants to feel like their partner's not physically into them. It's a big part of a relationship. So I'm sorry you're going through this. Guys, I'm going to say that the boyfriend isn't a jerk here. He's not a jerk here. Now, she did say she was heavy when they met. But 20 pounds is a significant amount of weight to gain. All right. So, I don't think she said here. Now, she didn't say how long they've been together. So I don't know over how much time this weight has picked up. It could be, 6 months. It could be a year, 2 years. I'm not sure. But I will say it sounds like this happened quickly, because if you gain 20 pounds over a couple of years, he's not going to notice that. Because he's seeing you all the time, and he's going to see the weight slowly come on, and he's going to get used to it as you start picking up weight. It sounds like you put this weight on quickly, maybe in like 6 months, because that's noticeable. If he's like, okay, I met her and she was slim thick, now she's kind of big and it's only been 4 or 5 months, that's going to be noticeable. So I'm going to assume, which you should never do, but in this situation, I'm going to assume that you put this weight on quickly. Some guys aren't into bigger girls, and some guys, they definitely don't want to sleep with bigger girls. So I get why you feel that way, and I get why you feel like even if he initiated it, you still wouldn't know what to do, just because of how this situation has already made you feel. But my advice to you is, first things first, you have to be comfortable and happy with yourself. So if you like this guy, you love this guy, you want to keep being with this guy, something's going to have to give in the weight department. Either you're going to have to slim down or you're going to have to leave, just because if you keep putting on weight, he's definitely not going to want to be with you, and he's probably going to just leave, or, you have a sexless relationship. No. So this is my true advice to you. First things first, you need to find out what it is that you want. If you want this guy and you're willing to change some things about your lifestyle for him, then this is my advice. Take care of your body. Eat better, eat less, get yourself a diet plan, maybe start going to the gym. The gym ain't for everybody, but coming from a guy who has a pretty experienced background in fitness, you don't need to work out in order to lose weight. It's about being in a caloric deficit, all right? So if you eat less, you will lose weight naturally, all right? Diet's 80% of the game when it comes to physical anyway. Working out is probably about 20. So, I would start there. Just start eating less, maybe eat a little better, maybe track your calories. Go from there, all right? Now, if this is something you don't want to do, if you're not willing to change yourself, then it's just time to leave. It's that simple, and find someone who likes bigger women. But from a health standpoint, it will probably be better for you to go ahead and, get yourself into a better healthy lifestyle. All right. Next story. Oh, this is another female story. Kind of long, but bear with me. A lot of family and friends think I'm moving on too fast after my husband's death and decided a good place to call me out was my engagement status on Facebook. So my husband and I started dating in late 2009. My family and friends refer to us as high school sweethearts, even though I graduated 6 months before we started dating. Things were pretty fairly fairy tale like, minus having kids. We got married right around our 6-year anniversary. We bought a home in early 2017, but then he suddenly died in a car wreck on July 3rd, 2020. Rest in peace, I'm sorry to hear that. Besides the funeral and grocery shopping, I didn't leave the house much for the first month. I started grief therapy and went back to work around the 6-week mark. I didn't consider dating or sleeping with anyone at all until I went to a small party on New Year's Eve. Some friends and I drunkenly made a Tinder. I ended up talking with a handful of guys, but only met up with 3 of them. First guy I saw a few times, but ended it when I realized he was not looking forward to the dates. Then I started seeing another guy who I liked a bit more, but he ghosted me after getting back with his ex. The third guy I met, I remember it was towards the end of February 2021, and it was on instant connection thing. Matter of fact, there were a lot of fear because my husband and I have never felt this kind of chemistry before in my life. We decided to become an official couple March 25th, 2022. I got a small amount of judgment, but nothing major. Strangely, no one said anything either when I sold my house and moved into his place around Christmas. My mom has an extra bedroom that is a backup plan if things went sour. The true issue arises when my boyfriend proposed over Memorial Day weekend. I got 4 straight up rude comments on my Facebook status. I know it's kind of soon, but I love this guy a lot and we have been a couple for 14 months when he proposed. I tried telling them that we aren't planning to actually get married until 2023's Halloween, but none of the complainers seem to care. Part of me just wants to just disown these people, but now my fiance thinks they're doing it because they care. I think they're being judgmental. Everyone grieves differently. All right, first things first, sorry to hear about your husband. That sucks. All right. Looking at the timeline here. So you said he died July 3rd, 2020. And it looks like you started talking to this dude on Tinder. You said February 2021. So July is the 7th month in the year. So it looks like we're about 6 months from the time he died to the time you started talking to somebody else. Well, 6 months is kind of quick. I will say that. Especially after you lose a spouse from death. You know, it's not like you guys were in a bad marriage and, you know, you just took a long time to get divorced and you were, you know, but guess what? This is your life. Like you said at the end of your post, everyone grieves differently. So I'm not going to sit here and judge you for moving on, all right? And it looks like you didn't really get serious with anyone until, you know, you guys didn't make it official. You said you didn't make yourself an official couple until March 25th, 22. But I mean, it looks like you guys, you know, have been dating and, you know, you've enjoyed it. Look, life is short, all right? If you found someone after your husband's death that you click with really well and it's working out and you want to be with this person, who's stopping you? You got one life to live. All right. Your happiness matters. No one else has to live your life but you. So if people want to judge you and come at you for moving on, if they think you're moving on too quickly, then that's on them. Like you said, you're not getting married till 2023. That's over a year from now. You know, that's a long time. A lot can happen in between then. And who cares? It's your life. Do what you want. Like Gwen Stefani said, baby. Screw them. Move on. Do what you got to do, honey. All right. Next story. Man, these are all females today. All right. Another female story. My 38-year-old boyfriend treats me, 34-year-old female, like a sex machine and not a human. We've been together over a year and have sex anytime we spend the night with each other, which is about 2 to 4 times a week. We will have sex before bed and in the morning, on weekends, sometimes multiple times a day. I'm not always in the mood, but I try my best to keep him satisfied. Recently, however, I've started to realize, or maybe just feel like he thinks I'm some kind of sexy machine or object. It's rare I would reject the man I'm with, but I'm only human. The last 2 times I've been on my cycle, I've had some intense cramps due to a long COVID that he is aware of. He invited me to spend the night, and rather than taking care of me, having medicine and snacks, and cuddling with me like he feels like he should have, it was just sex. Last weekend, I had a bad hangover and headache. Rather than caring for me, he wakes me up to have sex when I'm clearly tired and not feeling good. Also, been dealing with some female issues due to long COVID symptoms that make sex painful a few days after my period. We have sex, he sees I'm in pain, and it still continues. At first, I was flattered he found me so desirable, but now I feel like he's just a selfish pig, and I don't even desire him anymore. The problem with telling him no is when I do say I don't want to do something, drink, smoke, go to a club, he dismisses my wishes and proceeds to try and get me to do what I've said I don't want to. Anyone have any advice? I feel like just walking away. I'm not a machine, and sometimes women just want to be held and loved, and I feel like that always leads to sex. Well, okay. Just leave. Here's the thing. I would say try and work this out or talk to him, but there's something you said in here that tells me you are checked out and this is over and you should probably just move along. And I'm going to read that again. At first, I was flattered he found me desirable, but now I feel like he's just a selfish pig and I do not even desire him anymore. Once you've hit that point, especially you ladies, all right, when ladies hit that point, in my experience, I've found that when women hit their breaking point, that's it, bro. That's it. They're done. When a woman feels like, when they look at you as a selfish pig and they don't desire you at all, that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's a tough one to swallow, but you might as well bounce. I mean, I do think it was funny when you said he invited me to spend the night, and rather than taking care of me, having medicine and snacks and cuddling with me like you should have. That's funny. That's some fairy tale type stuff. Listen, men, we don't think like that, all right? We just don't. When we get sick, we just kind of deal with it a lot of times. So we don't think about the whole, especially if a guy doesn't have kids or anything like that. That's just not his mindset probably. But I do think, if you tell him, hey, I'm not feeling well, he should have put forth some effort to make you feel a little bit more comfortable, and definitely probably shouldn't have tried to get it in that night. He does sound selfish. I will say that. I agree with you from what you're saying here. He sounds selfish. The dude is basically like, hey, I don't care what you got going on. I don't care how you feel. Give it up. And that's not good. All right, that's not good. But it says you only see each other 2 to 4 times a week. So when you guys only see each other, if you guys don't live together, then of course he wants to do that when he sees you, because he don't see you every day and he misses you and he desires you, and same thing typically goes for women. So, I mean, I get that aspect of it, but he does seem a little insensitive. And the way you're feeling about him, you might as well go. It is what it is. Find someone who's a little more sensitive to your needs. Guys, I am Dom Knight. This is Knight Talks. Fun as usual. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content. Hit the bell so you don't miss a thing. Toss my social media is right there for you. Follow me on Instagram only if you want to. And I will be back on Monday. Peace.
Rack it up, I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up, she got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out. Smoke it up, I got some gas, some packs, I'm up in the greenhouse. Ball it up,